Good morning, everyone. Namaste. I'm going to call in Archangel Michael to clear, cleanse this space, placing the white light of protection on us with this blue seal, as well as I want to call in the Pleiadians, because we're going to be reading more out of my Pleiadian promise. It's a guide to attaining a group mind, claiming your sacred heritage, and activating your destiny. And we're still on the introduction portion. It states, I know that I have gone through my next steps of metamorphosis. I am just being with each moment-to-moment experience, opening up to my multidimensional levels within. I am grateful and filled with awe at my journey. I am spending my time bringing the Pleiadian initiation out to the world and supporting people in making their unique connection to the Pleiadians. I transmit messages of truth, understanding, and transitional time of our earth plane and enable individuals to reclaim and reconnect to their personal power. I share my experience of witnessing the infinite deep love and commitment that the Pleiadians have as a human race. And the Pleiadians themselves have elevated to the fifth dimension. So that is why they're assisting and aiding us most. And they're the ones that look the most like humans, and they're very loving beings. So if you don't work with the Pleiadians or know about the Pleiadians, I'd highly recommend it. There's lots of information on this app. You can just click in the search bar and search for them. I have read a ton of books on Pleiadians so far, so under my bio you can read. They're all grouped in a clump. I have multiple Pleiadian books I've read. But it says how the Pleiadians have for us as a human race, how they honor our free will, and at the same time they encourage us to give them permission to support us. So you have to call in the Pleiadians. They're not just going to come because of your free will. You have to call them in. So if you're having problems with healing or forgiving people or just need some love, they are there instantaneously to help always. Been working with them for about 5 years. They're very loving beings. Same with Arcturians. They've helped me to heal so much. I mean, I would honestly say I work with a lot of beings, but the Pleiadians and Arcturians, they're my go-to healing modalities. It says, we are not alone. They speak of the importance of us having our full human experience while we move back into our spiritual aspect. They offer initiation tools to build and develop our spiritual connection to ourself. They offer simple truths to enable each other to move forward individually and collectively, and at the same time, they honor our own individual timing. They offer a continual outpouring of love and support and a hand extended out to each one of us as we move forward into our unique path here on the planet. Says, after finishing my second book, I was driving back from being in a cabin in the wilderness. I had just spent 10 days writing the book and had spent most of the time in direct contact with the Pleiadians to bring us in strong initiation to be anchored into the book. I was tired but satisfied, and I had been able to fully translate these energies into a manuscript. My partner was driving, and we are on the Gunflint Trail in Minnesota, heading into Grand Marais for a much-needed break, and suddenly the Pleiadians said, now we will take you to your new home. We were directed to turn this way, and they were on the side of the road was a for sale sign. We turned into the driveway and went into the winding track to a large house, and we got out of the car and stood at the property, and we immediately knew this was our land. The emotions were strong, and there was compelling energy that this was a place and land that had been waiting for us, and we had been unknown forces were receiving us, and yet the energy felt familiar. We could feel undeniable pull within our heart, and we were home, and this was where the Pleiadians wanted us to live and begin the next phase of our mission. So that's absolutely beautiful. I didn't know that they could just do something like that. Again, I work with them with healing. But it sounds to me like she wrote the book and was guided to write it, and they rewarded her with something that was exactly what she needed. So, and I'm not surprised about it. Pleiadians, I believe, along with the Galactic Federation of Light, are going to be coming out with the med beds and other modalities to help us to heal and aid before they come down to see us in a couple of years or whenever they come down. So I hope this helps. I love you all. Have a blessed day, and namaste.